What if your Chihuahua could talk, but only for 60 seconds? What if they finally told you the truth about what you're doing wrong and what they desperately wish you understood? Because here's the uncomfortable part. Your Chihuahua isn't difficult. They're communicating in a language you might be missing completely. And by the end of this video, you'll start seeing your dog in a totally different way.
Chihuahuas are often labeled as dramatic, clingy, or even aggressive, but most of that comes from misunderstanding, not behavior problems. In reality, they're one of the most emotionally expressive dog breeds on the planet. In this video, you're going to discover the hidden things your Chihuahua wishes you knew about their fear, their loyalty, their behavior, and even the way they see you as their entire world. Some of it will surprise you. Some of it might change how you treat them forever. Let's start.
I'm not aggressive. I'm overwhelmed. Most people see a Chihuahua barking, growling, or reacting strongly and immediately think that dog has attitude. But your Chihuahua doesn't think in dominance. They think in survival. Imagine being 2 kilograms in a world of giants. Shoes taller than you, voices louder than you, hands constantly reaching down. That aggression is often fear wearing armor. For example, when a stranger bends down too fast to pet them, your Chihuahua isn't being rude. They're thinking, I didn't invite this. And because they can't run away fast enough, they do the only thing they know. Bark first, think later. Here's the twist. The more brave they look, the more unsure they might actually feel inside.
I don't need a lot of space. I need safety. People often say Chihuahuas are too attached or too clingy. But what if that's not clinginess? What if it's security-seeking behavior? Your Chihuahua doesn't just want to be near you. They want to anchor themselves to what feels safe. That's why they follow you from room to room. That's why they sit on your chest instead of the couch. That's why your absence feels huge to them. Even if you're just in another room, think of it like this. You are their entire map of safety in a world they don't fully understand. And when you leave, that map disappears. Not because they're dramatic, but because you are their comfort system.
I remember everything you do, especially tone. Chihuahuas are emotional memory machines. They may forget where you put your keys, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Your tone matters more than your words. For example, you might say it's okay while sounding stressed, frustrated, or distracted. Your Chihuahua doesn't hear language. They read energy. So to them, mixed signals feel like unpredictability, and unpredictability feels unsafe. That's why sometimes they react randomly, when in reality, they've been reading your micro signals all along. Here's something most owners miss. Small dogs often become experts in human emotion because their survival depends on it.
I'm not stubborn. I'm sensitive to pressure. Training a Chihuahua is often misunderstood. People say they're stubborn, but stubbornness implies choice. A lot of the time, it's actually stress overload. If you repeat commands too loudly or too quickly, your Chihuahua doesn't think, I should obey. They think, I don't understand what's happening, so I'll freeze or react. And then what happens? We raise the voice more. We get frustrated. The dog shuts down further. It becomes a loop, not a training problem, but a communication mismatch. The surprising truth is, Chihuahuas often learn faster with calm repetition than with intensity, because intensity doesn't equal clarity to them. It equals pressure.
If you're watching this and realizing your Chihuahua might not be difficult, but actually misunderstood, comment below. I understand my Chihuahua better now. And if you want more deep insights like this, consider subscribing, because we're just getting to the most surprising part.
You are my entire emotional world. This is the part most people don't fully grasp. Your Chihuahua doesn't just live with you. They emotionally orbit you. Unlike more independent breeds, Chihuahuas often form extremely tight attachment bonds. But here's the deeper layer. This isn't just affection, it's dependency, built through emotional association. You are their safety, routine, comfort, stimulation, and social connection. That's a lot for one relationship to carry. This is why sudden changes in your behavior hit them hard. Less attention, different schedule, stress in your voice, even emotional distance. To them, it feels like the world itself has shifted. Not because they're fragile, but because their world is small, and you are most of it. I don't want perfection. I want predictability. Chihuahuas don't need perfect owners. They don't care if you make mistakes, forget walks, or have busy days. What stresses them is inconsistency. One day calm, one day chaotic. One day warm, one day distant, one day patient, one day rushed. That unpredictability creates internal tension. But when your behavior is steady, even if imperfect, they relax because predictability equals safety in their mind. Think of it like weather. They don't mind rain or sun. They just need to know which one is coming.
So when you put it all together, your Chihuahua isn't dramatic, stubborn, or too emotional. They are highly sensitive to energy, deeply attached to their human, reactive because of size and awareness, and incredibly observant of emotional shifts. Most of what people misinterpret as behavior issues is actually communication. And once you start seeing that, everything changes. Your Chihuahua doesn't need you to fix them. They need you to understand them. Maybe your Chihuahua was never the problem. Maybe they've just been trying to speak a language you were never taught to hear, and now you're starting to understand it. If this changed the way you see your dog, don't forget, they've been understanding you this whole time. It might be your turn to understand them back. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my newsletter. Link is in the description. See you in the next one.